Lawn care. This is my first article, and this is kind of part of a little bit of what got me going into permaculture, I guess, in a way, or at least the save the world mode that I'm in. And that is that I taught a little class, a little workshop on lawn care and organic lawn care, and then 1995 rolled around and we had this new thing called the internet. And I thought I'd try it out, and I put my little lawn care article on there, and all the search engines picked it up and everybody came to it. And at some point in time I realized I was convincing people that were on their way to go and buy weed and feed to not buy weed and feed. Mostly because I was the only lawn care article on the internet at the time. And then I ended up still being number one, and at some point in time I kind of realized, wow, you take the number of traffic and then the number of emails that I get from people saying that I've changed them for life, that they're never going to buy weed and feed again. Because I advocate that the idea is that if you give up the weed and feed, not only can I cut the amount of mow time by a factor of 3, and I can cut your water time by a factor of 5, but on top of that, you can grow cool things in your lawn. So you can grow yarrow, which feels good when you walk on it barefoot. Or you can grow chamomile, which smells like green apples when you mow it. Or you can grow crocuses so that when winter is over, which you probably have no idea what winter means, your lawn is a whole bunch of flowers, and that the flowers, by the time that they're all done, the grass starts to grow. So by the time you get to the first mowing, the flowers are gone. So you've got all these cool things. You could plant edibles in your yard, a mowable meadow. I figured out that I was saving the world from train loads of toxic gick, like entire trains loaded with toxic gick, by the amount of traffic, because there's a lot of people that came onto the internet and looked for lawn care. This was getting massive traffic. And that's what led me to thinking, like, wow, I made a difference. And what more can I do? And that's why I wrote the cast iron stuff. I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to make it so people don't go and waste their money on that toxic gick cookware. But now there's an organization called Grow Food, Not Lawns. And a lot of permaculture people are kind of in that space, like, oh, I don't want to have any lawn whatsoever. But I want to point out that I like the idea that we can still have a place where community can come together and have a picnic, or where children can play, or where we can have a yard sale. A yard sale is a very permaculture thing, in my opinion. And so I think that the thing to do is, yes, grow food and lawns. And granted, there are properties where there's way too much lawn and we could do with a little bit less. But also I like the idea of calling it a mowable meadow, perhaps. So I don't want to give up on the lawn.